Hey guys, this is Jessica Evans, and I'm really excited to share my choice book with you. The book is called Emergent Curriculum in the Primary Classroom, Interpreting the Reggio Emilia Approach in Schools. I chose this book because it was recommended for teachers of the early primary grades, and I teach second. But honestly, this book is beneficial to teachers of all grade levels. Let me tell you why. The book is a compilation of stories from teachers implementing the Reggio Emilia approach to curriculum. What is the Reggio Emilia approach? It's a philosophy that originated in Italy, and it focuses on students and teachers constructing learning together through inquiry-based projects. Another term used for this is emergent curriculum because it is through the interests and questions of the students that the path of the curriculum is chosen or emerges. So how does this help us as we're studying understanding by design? Well, there are several strong UBD elements incorporated in the emergent curriculum approach. The whole idea behind emergent curriculum is that the learner is the protagonist that directs where the learning will go. This all begins with a provocation in the form of a question, and this is very similar to the essential questions described in Understanding by Design. These questions aim to stimulate thought, to provoke inquiry, and to spark more questions. Some of the provocations from the book include, why is it dark at nighttime and light in the morning? Do starfish have bones? Can weaving make a horse? And how big is tiny? These are all essential questions that provoke deep thought, lively discussion, sustained inquiry, and new understanding along with more questions. Keep in mind, these questions came from K-3 classes, so these are young children doing some profound questioning. Children can really amaze us if we give them the chance. Authentic tasks are also an essential part of both emergent curriculum and UBD. In the book, teachers describe their experiences with letting the students guide where to take their learning, and every example included some type of authentic exploration or performance. One class had to figure out how many flower pots they would need to buy to replant some flowers at their new playground area. This was an intriguing inquiry into measurement. This task gave the students a purpose which motivated them to work hard and discover a way to solve the problem. An interesting point I found was that the teachers never mentioned giving students a test on the information, probably because they don't know what they're going to learn about until it is discussed in class. While there aren't any tests, the teachers still collect a lot of data so as to analyze student learning. An important part of this approach to learning is documentation, recording and transcribing conversations, collecting student samples, taking pictures. All of these pieces work together to show the growth in learning that was constructed by the students and teachers. Much like the continuum of assessments, the teachers try to create a scrapbook of learning rather than looking at one snapshot from a test. This approach to curriculum design is important because it's the way that students learn best. Sir Ken Robinson explained in a TED Talk the importance of us changing our educational paradigm. He explained that we're trying to meet the future by doing what was done in the past, and on the way we're alienating millions of kids who don't see any purpose in going to school. He talks about us needing to go the opposite direction of standardization, and emergent curriculum is that way. Now, if you're like me, you're probably full of questions and anxiety about changing the way that we are all so used to teaching. Will this approach work with my class? Will I know how to lead them? What if they don't come up with a question to explore? But much like our discussion about the journey from novice to expert, emergent curriculum implementation comes in stages. You don't need to be a master at it right away. The author of the book describes the typical stages she sees teachers go through when they embark on the journey of emergent curriculum. From the challenge teacher who says, I like the idea of emergent curriculum, but I don't seem to be doing it or even know how, to the novice teacher that starts it and tries it and says, something worked there for a moment, but what did I do differently? All the way up to a practicing teacher and eventually the master teacher of emergent curriculum. I know it is scary, but the stories in this book are from teachers that felt the exact same way at the beginning. They just had to jump right in and give it a try, and you should too. Reading this book provides you with great models that walk you through the whole emergent learning process, and it's super motivating. It makes you feel like, okay, I could do that in my classroom. Once you've got that momentum, keep it up and try something new. Like Nike famously said, just do it.